Welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, man, make sure y'all smash that like button because I know it's going to be a crazy lit video, man. But look, man,
Fair use.
don't believe anything you see in these videos. Just make sure at the end of the day you're having a good time because we're going through this thing called life together. Never ending by yourself. Good vibes only, people. Look, let's get into this video. Yeah, see, I got my Dragon Ball Z on. So y'all know it's nothing but good vibes on here, man. If you know, you know. That's one of the called life together. Never ending by yourself. Good vibes only, people. Look, let's get into this video. Yeah, see, I got my Dragon Ball Z on. So y'all know it's nothing but good vibes on here, man. If you know, you know. That's one of those things. One little piece of advice: never disconnect from that child within you, man, because he's gonna bail you out all the time. And I'm talking about Mental Health Month for men. We just gotta, remember who we once were. When were you the most happy? When you was a child. So never disconnect from that child within you, man, because it's always gonna keep.
Looks like Madge and Vegeta and the Saiyans are spreading. Let's jump into this.
Slightly, and I can't just abruptly leave this month because for the company that barely pays me enough is designed for motherfuckers to fail. Like, I'm sitting here waiting to get my truck loaded so I can start my day, for the company that barely pays me enough to, keep my life together.
Honest with yourself and who you are. But look, let's get into this video, people.
It's like, bro, once you really sit down and think about it, everything in this motherfucker is designed for motherfuckers to fail. Like, I'm sitting here waiting to get my truck loaded so I can start my day, for the company that barely pays me enough to, keep my life together slightly. And
I know what you mean, brother.
I can't just abruptly leave this month because where else am I gonna get the money from? Like, I truly believe that I'm talented enough to, make something happen and make something shake in like maybe 6 months to a year from now. However, where is that initial funding gonna come from? See what I'm saying? Food is bad for you. It's highly chemicalized, highly addictive, highly sugarized, and highly everything bad for you arise. And if you look up any health article, it tells you that you can't eat any of the you eat on a daily basis, but 9 times out of 10, that's either all you can afford or that's all that's available. Hospital bills is a fucking scam, and you can't eat any of the you eat on a daily basis, but 9 times out of 10, that's either all you can afford or that's all that's available. Hospital bills is a fucking scam. Insurance is a fucking scam. Rent is a scam. Mortgages are scams. Just living in general is a fucking scam.
Oh, is everybody waking up to realizing that we're living in a fucking circus? Oh, okay. You sure you still want to be alone?
The majority of ways to make enough money really fast are very unethical and highly illegal. Yet the people who call it illegal are the ones who do it the fucking most. That's the craziest fucking part.
This is why my father said, all you have is all you need. But you don't have each other. So all you have is you. And they spent a long time to make sure you and me don't trust each other. And while everybody just points and looks and says, look, nobody says, unify, and some of your problems will go away.
You gotta hope your car doesn't break down, because if it does, a mechanic's gonna hold the shit for months because he or she is backed up forever. And it's like, okay, you got my car, how the fuck am I supposed to get to and from? They tell you to save and invest and all this shit, but it's like, you taking that investment is a risk. Now, you can't win life without taking a risk. However, if it work out, you're fucked. A lot of people stay up late as a bitch knowing they gotta be to work tomorrow.
You ever notice you go online on anything and everybody's talking about invest? You're not a real alpha if you're not investing. You take most of your money that you earn and then you invest it and then you'll be a baller. If everyone's doing it, then, it's impossible to work then. And if everyone's doing it, how many people are you seeing actually win? So why would you do it?
Are early as hell in the morning only because their job took away the majority of their day, and the only way for them to feel some type of control over late as a bitch, knowing they got to be to work tomorrow early as hell in the morning only because their job took away the majority of their day, and the only way for them to feel some type of control over their life is to stay up past the point in which they know they need to go to sleep to get a productive day the next day. I can't remember exactly what that phrase is called, but it's a real thing. And then on top of that,
Oh, is that why my father said all you have is all you need? So while you're trying to, I'm gonna boss up, you're gonna make more money, everything costs more money, and you're not gonna make nothing. You're just gonna have more things. I wonder why I'm so happy with my fucking job. Oh yeah, because it actually does something for other people, so I get to feel good like I'm doing something in this fucked up world, and then I have the reality to already have a jump start because of old people before me telling me you're never gonna retire. You niggas are fucking screwed and you don't even see it coming. And then I went back to the Bible and I said, I'm not screwed. The Lord said, Adam, you're gonna work to the day you die, nigga. Get used to it.
that same subject, most people who do that, they stay up late because they don't want to go to work the next fucking day.
Facts.
Shit is a fucking scam, bruh. And after all of this, you still got to get up and produce something.
Facts.
Whether you man or woman, you still have to get up and produce something. Because if you do nothing, you're pretty much just gonna be on the street. And it's like knowing all that shit, bruh. Sometimes that shit gets to you, man.
Yes.
Sometimes it gets to you, but I can tell you this. Even though all of this is the real thing, and yeah, it does get to me too, I refuse to let this shit bring me down. I refuse.
I feel you. Salute.
I refuse because I know deep inside my fucking head, and it's more so on the forefront now. It used to be deep, but now it's like right up in here. I know for a fact that one of these days, none of this shit is going to matter because I'm going to be in such a great position in my life that I'm going to be able to look back and be like, damn, I went through all this struggle that the world just threw at me, and I came out on top. That may sound cartoonish, that may sound far.
It sounds like what everybody else is saying. And my belief is if everybody's saying it, then everybody's trying to do it. And if everybody's trying to do it, it can't be done by everybody. You know?
Far-fetched, that may sound all kind of whatever. However, that's the only thing that keeps me going. That is the only driving force in my life right now. It's not.
So everyone's driving force is that somehow through all of this bullshit and you're just gonna land on your feet one day with your good plan. Can you say that that's what we would say to a woman and say, oh, you're gonna find a good husband no matter what the odds are? Okay, you're right, you're delusional. But when a man says things like this, nah, we're just in. See, they got us fucked up, dog. If you actually were, expecting to live and make the best of life and find things that can make you happy in this bad situation, see, that's a guarantee. Motherfuckers ending all this dumb shit that y'all swear it's not gonna happen. See, my father said there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to come together. And if you don't, you're done. And that's it. He doesn't give a fuck. Just like the bad guys don't give a fuck. They don't care that you think you're gonna get your way out of this without doing what normal people have to do when everything's like this. See, you people think it's a fucking new thing. It's called the recession. Go look up 1940s Dust Bowl or something. Yeah, the Dust Bowl. Go look up that. And if you people think you got it bad, I'll smack the shit out you, dog. These people didn't have the things we have. They couldn't even fucking talk to each other like we're talking to each other to let niggas know, yo, it's about to get real out here. You better get ready. No, shit just happened and niggas had to deal with it. So, Oh yeah, they unified and made it through like fucking soldiers. And then gave birth to the fucking next generation, which, you know, started building everything back up. And then they gave birth to the Weakers. You know, let's party and fucking get high and drunk. And now, because of all that partying, because of all that fucking thinking everyone's gonna be a baller and rich, now those children are growing up and saying, I want my turn. But don't realize that was an illusion back then. They were balling and they were rich because they were fucking stealing from people. No one gets it. All of that entrepreneur shit is stealing things, shaking and baking. Not all of it, but you know, the dream that we're all chasing to get up there. I'm gonna make a fucking t-shirt one day and I'm gonna be. You're not gonna be nothing. Because there's fucking barriers. And if you're not willing to do what it takes to get past that barrier, you're going to be right where the fuck you are. Because you refuse to go and unite with your brothers and sisters.
Not to be the best, is not to be the greatest, is not to be this, that. It is to get to the top of the mountain through my own efforts and then show people that it's possible. Right? That's the only thing that's keeping me going right now.
See how men, and I use your own words. I use everybody's words against them. I'm going to get to the mountaintop all by myself. I'm Moses. They got us speaking biblical shit. We don't even realize it, but we ain't doing nothing to get to the mountaintop because Moses, you know, he needed the Lord to get there. And he got to the mountaintop because he freed his fucking people and unified with them. See, you just gotta really get your head out your ass and start realizing no one does anything by themselves. Ever. All these mythos and all these fucking things about business, at least, that you fucking idiots want to fucking, I want to be this new thing, I want to be the entrepreneur. None of them did it by themselves. They all had connections, they all knew people, they had money in place on top of money to spend on their rent. You don't have those things, so how the fuck are you going to duplicate what these people are doing if you don't have those things? It's ridiculous.
You gotta find something to keep you going in this crazy ass world we live in, bro. You gotta find something.
Well, don't find an imaginary dream, because when it doesn't happen, you know, those are the people that snap one day and say, I didn't get my way, so now I'm gonna go crazy. And you just get locked up or shot down. And that's it. How about we wake up to real life, and that's it.
To the people of Earth, called the Yellow Book.
Yes.
The Yellow Book was an amazing piece of technology. It wasn't really a book, it was maybe, it looked like a book. But really, as you opened it, images sprang out of it, holographic images of what you were looking at, and giving you pictures that were of historical significance going back to 2000 BC.
That'll be awesome.
I'm 28 years old. I have 2 degrees, a bachelor's of science in criminal justice and a master's degree of science in criminal justice. If there's one thing I can advise you to do not go to school. Do not get your bachelor's, do not get your master's, unless you just have the money to do so and you just want to do it, or unless it's in a field that is lucrative to society, that is going to contribute to society, doctor, lawyer, things like that. Do not waste your time, your money, your efforts.
This is for the black women that argue with Kevin Samuels and other men and swear to God getting degrees in things that don't have jobs out here for you. He tried to tell you, like many other men tried to tell you guys, you can sound smart. You can use your pride and say, black man, we're the most educated, and I went to school, I got a bachelor's degree, and you're going to be working in the fucking mall when you get out of college. And you wasted all that money. You could have took all that money and blew it on yourself. Instead of, scamming all those guys for dinner dates and shit, you could have took it and got a new car. You could have took it and got a crib. You could have took it and, used it to raise that kid you got. You could have took it and did many things, but you didn't realize that that's a hustle. Getting those useless degrees are for rich people's kids that already have jobs lined up for them, idiot. That's why they go get those dumbass degrees. Because they're gonna get a job when they get out of high school regardless. They take their little business course or whatever, and then they take that other bullshit. And they say, look, I got a science major in psychology, but I'm never gonna use it because I don't want to be a psychologist.
Going to get a degree. Now, as a black woman, does it feel nice to have a master's degree? Yes, it does. It does. It sounds nice. Yeah, she got a master's. But what am I doing? I'm working from home doing customer support. I'm blessed and highly favored. Always, thank you, G.
You niggas is dusty. You dusty. I went to college. I can't accept no average dusty ass nigga, even though I went to college, but I have an average job. So that qualifies me for an average man, but somehow in my mind, I think me having this degree and all this makeup and all these things, it automatically means I'm gonna get a super hot guy that, has a lot of money. When has that ever happened in history? I can see if you're following a model of something that actually has multiple results and years of, winning. But it never happened.
Jesus, but what I'm saying is, to the plot.
See, when other people send their kids to college, they send their kids to college for things like, mechanics and science, engineer and doctor, nurse, and they don't play around. And if they do play around and they send their daughter there for some arts, whatever, the daughter has in her head, I'm around all the men that may be somebody. So soon as I see one with a fucking $80,000 fucking class, you going to be a airplane engineer? Oh yeah, he looks a little good. I'm gonna scoop him up. That's the man I want to be. They go there, they get married, and learn their little artsy bullshit that they're gonna do when they're with their husband. See, and then it doesn't matter if she only has a science degree and major in communications. Why? Because her boyfriend's a fucking engineer or a doctor. She can do that. And her degree doesn't really matter. He doesn't really give a fuck. You get it? It was so she could find him. They go there to get useless degrees, but to find the man that's gonna have a good degree. Yous go there and, like Kev said, yous think it's have fun time. Just like it was in high school, have fun time. But no, this ain't pick the fucking jock days. This is pick a fucking suitable man and a husband. Like, this is, almost a guarantee that the one you pick now is, it's not high school. You get it? People are not understanding these things. But we're all gonna learn together.
For me to go back to school, and I'm in hella debt. Because I didn't wake up sooner. My consciousness wasn't woke at the time. So, I went back to school. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school, and I'm gonna make more money afterwards. I'm gonna get a job that's gonna pay me so much money, and $20. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Because I could be making $0. Thank you. But
facts. I feel you on that.
Now I'm in hella debt. They keep calling me, where's my money? I said, I don't know, go find it.
Now imagine that. By the statistics, like women say, more of us go to college than you dusty ass niggas. So that means the black man's pickings out of fucking 10 chicks that he may pick from, at least fucking half of them have debt automatically. Yeah, let's get married, and then as soon as I marry you, all your debt goes on to me, and now I gotta pay it. On top of taking you out, on top of hot girl summer, on top of those kids, on top, yous don't realize they ruined yous. And then the attitude and the fucking, yous don't realize how bad you were fucking ruined. And look at a man like me and say, you ain't shit, nigga. I don't have that. I was smart enough and taught not to fuck with credit cards and, go and do wild business ventures. And I don't have fucking multiple fucking felonies and this and that. I don't have multiple children. But I'm a fucking nobody. I'm nothing. Nothing cares about you enough to teach you these things. So, your daughters and shit, now you can teach them and not let them follow after you.
Go find it elsewhere, because I don't got it for you. I really don't. I really don't got it for you. So I say always to say, be mindful of what you do. If you're going to go back to school,
I'm the bad guy.
Make sure that it's going to contribute to society. Parents, stop telling your kids to go to school if they don't have a clear vision of what they want to do. Stop it.
Duh.
Halt. Stop.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Walmart theory? Now, before we get there,
we're gonna jump off that because I don't want to get too conspiracy theorist. We'll come back to this. Shout out, Dre. Fair use. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you have a good morning. You guys sure we don't need each other? Because a whole lot of reality is starting to set in, and we're starting to realize that. Well, I don't know if you guys are starting to realize it. I realized it a long time ago. One, most of us are gonna work forever. You're going to serve. It's over. It's called perpetual servitude. Dum diversus. Go look it up. Now, I keep saying it. We're gonna have to start communicating with each other and learning to like each other, because as it gets worse and worse, and they really show you guys, we're not your fucking parents. We can't keep supporting you if you're having more babies and all of this, and soon you're gonna break the system if you don't, become these entrepreneurs. And when the system breaks and everybody, you're gonna be out there. And you're just going to be out there. And everybody's like, no, it's not real. Go look up the Dust Bowl. Go look up the Great Depression. Go look up the countries around the world and how they have depressions and how do you people understand this shit is happening across the fucking world already? Like in other places. This is why other places, why do you think America fucking became a superpower? Because other countries that were before it, they go through things like, nature not giving a shit about you and saying, I'm gonna do what I want now. There's no one that can stop me. So buckle up and get ready for the change. You get it? So this is why I tell people I'm not worrying about whatever. I don't care or want to believe people are, cooperating. I don't care. What I care about is the problem. And I was taught to, realize there are things you can control and there's things you can't control. And when you realize the difference, you worry about the things you can control. I can't control much. We can't control much. We can control being around each other. We can control putting our money together. So, the rent's not so high. But, we're all scattered now. We don't know each other. Our families are broken up. Well, not all of us, but a good majority of us. So the ones that do have your little buddies next to you and you're sitting there getting high all day and you're blah, 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 blah. Everybody needs to start pitching in the household that you live in. Everyone needs to believe that it's 1920 again and no one's moving out. No one's gonna go get their own apartments and their own cars, and no, there's gonna be a family car. There's gonna be family bills, and it's gonna be like that for a long fucking time. Unless you're gonna die off. Period. See, this is where it's going to, and I don't mean to use that word in a very harsh way, but sickness is rampant, food is bad, like he said, rent's high, everything is high. So get out of this fucking I want to be a Superman and get into the I have to survive this reality that I live in. And although it looks nice, what I say in that one bar, everything ain't smooth even though the street's been paved. My bars go beyond what people even fucking think. Everything I say in my raps is more better than what I say speaking, because it's all summed up. Anyway, this is why I started GMB 20 years ago. Well, almost. And I seen this coming, and everybody wants to make these huge come-ups, and everybody wants to be the man, and I want to be the queen. Nobody just wants to be like, yo, I'm secure. The people I got next to me work, I work. We may not be the greatest, we may not nothing, but you know what? We are not, I'm not struggling. Because I can count on the man or woman next to me. They see what I see, and we refuse to fucking be struggling and upset all day, every month. Like, oh man, I gotta get the bills and shit, man. Do I got enough for what I want? And alright, well, we gonna have to, alright, well, you can't get that now, cause you did, we, the late fees and the fucking, fuck, man, my cable on my phone, and oh, damn, man, I got that party to go to, and damn, man, I can't even really live life and pay my bill. Exactly, nigga. We're at the point where it's pay your bills at 100 and enjoy yourself very less, or enjoy yourself and you're done. But if, there was things like called friendships and, like, relationships, that's two people automatically work, and so no matter which home you're living in, the rent, you see the more money in your pocket thing. And then since food's really expensive, that would mean people shouldn't be eating a lot of that shit, right? So then that would be helping out on a way of losing weight. And, since there are little ways to eat healthy in certain ways, maybe not every way, but I don't think our ancient ancestors were filling their fucking bellies every day. I think they were hunter-gatherers. Do you know what that means to be a hunter-gatherer? That means you're not a farmer and you get to fucking set up shop. That means you may not eat, motherfucker. You're a lion. Now your catches mean something. Because you got mouths to feed. Your own. And if you don't catch it, you're gonna have to be a little skinny for a little bit. See, niggas like me is prepared for things like that. I've been training my whole life for that. See, being poor is not a curse. It's only a curse when everybody has so much and things are, But now all that suffering and knowing how to not go crazy because you don't have things. You people are gonna sweat this whole summer and cry, I gotta get an AC. I'm not gonna get an AC, just like I never had an AC. And I'm gonna boil through this shit like a fucking man.